And welcome back to the channel, everybody. Here, Lucas from Mars, back with another Marlins franchise vid, and this is going to be the finale of this series here against the Atlanta Braves. This is the last time that we will play Atlanta this season here, and the finale of this three-game series that we have with them. We're still ahead of the Padres by a game in the wild card race, so still keeping that in mind. And the Braves right now, both teams, Braves and the Marlins, at 75 and 62. Now, these teams have split the first two games of this series, and this is a potential postseason matchup here for a wild card, potentially, but either way, this is going to be a good one here, and let's see if the Marlins can pull out a series victory here over Atlanta. One more look again at the standings. We already looked at this earlier, but we're both teams 2.5 behind New York. It actually looked like San Diego lost earlier in the game, or earlier in the day, because they're now 1.5 games behind both Atlanta and Miami. So there's Ian Anderson pitching there with a 3.47 ERA and 153 innings this season for Atlanta. 143 strikeouts to 76 walks. So here we are in the top of the first, and here's Jesus Sanchez, who is going to take that pitch low, apparently, for ball one, even though it probably was in the strike zone. Sanchez this season, 26 homers and 69 RBIs. A very good season for him right now. As a 3-2 pitch to Sanchez is ball four, as that one misses outside. So a man on now for Jazz Chisholm. And Chisholm is going to drive it right up the middle, back up the middle for a base hit. Perfect swing timing on that one by Chisholm. An absolute rocket right back up the middle of the field here. And a exit velocity of 114 miles an hour right there. Absolutely drilled it. And now Torre Soler batting .261 on the season here. And now Soler is going to drive a perfect swing timing ball into the outfield here, and it's off of the wall. A little bit of miscommunication on the base pass. One run is going to score, and Chisholm will get into third base safely. And that's a base hit by Jorge Soler. Probably should have been a double, but either way, a run will score. And the Marlins are up 1-0 here in this first. Soler continues his season as just the best hitter on this lineup for the Marlins. That's a swing and a miss from Garrett Cooper. So there's the first strikeout for Anderson. Now it's J.J. Bleday, who's going to ground it slowly over to the shortstop. And the play is made to end the top of the first inning. But Jorge Soler continues his great season this year with an RBI double into the gap. And so middle of the first here, 1-0 Miami with two hits there in that first inning. As on the mound for Miami in this game is going to be Trevor Rogers, and an even 10-10 record for him in 27 starts. And he's been pretty hot recently on the mound, a 3.9 ERA overall this season and 161.2 innings and a 1.35 whip. So a pretty decent season right now by Trevor Rogers. Here's Ronald Acuna Jr. with 2 out and nobody on, and he's batting .285 with 38 bombs this season. 3-2 here to Acuna as a swing and a drive into deep center field. Sanchez looks up, and that ball is gone. And make that 39 bombs for Ronald Acuna Jr. this season. That was crushed, and it is a tie game at 1. So all it takes, one pitch, miss your location against this guy, and he is more than likely going to drive you out of the ballpark and make you pay for a mistake. Absolutely crushed in the eye, and he knew it. Right away, 435 feet on the distance there to left center field. So now here's Austin Riley at the plate, and he is going to swing and miss at a ball in the dirt. Great pitch right there by Rogers to end the first inning. But both teams with a run after one here in Atlanta. As a home run by Acuna and a double by Soler makes it 1-1. So we're top of the second here, 2 down in the inning for Jacob Stallings, who is going to take another pitch that probably should have been a strike there. 264, average only 5 home runs and 23 RBIs this season for Stallings, and then OPS only at 674. Not an amazing season for Stallings this year, but there's a drive into the outfield here, and that ball is going to go all the way to the wall, and so Jacob Stallings is going to have himself a double, as he will stride into second there. His 10th double of the season. And now here's Joey Wendell at the plate. And Wendell's going to swing and drive another one here. This one's going to fall in to the outfield for a base hit. And in home comes Jacob Stallings as Joey Wendell with a great swing right there to make it 2-1 Miami. So the Marlins jump back out in front here in this second inning. And, man, a good swing as he went down low to get that ball and drive it into the outfield for an RBI single. So a big swing there. And now here's Jesus Sanchez at the plate for his second at-bat already tonight. Watch that his first time up because that's a fly ball down the line. And, oh, in foul territory right next to the wall. The catch is made. That was a good play, actually, by the left fielder for Atlanta. But Miami, 2 more hits, 1 more run in the second inning, and they're up 2-1 as they go to the bottom of the second. So to start the bottom of the second, here's Matt Olson, 254 average for him, 808 OPS, 21 homers and 57 RBIs this year. He's been a really good hitter for Atlanta at that 5-hole. And a 3-1 here to him is low and outside for ball 4. So there's a walk to begin this second inning. And here is now Travis Deonon, who's been batting 248, basically 250 this year. And let's see what he does with a man on, nobody out. As there's a ground ball, and that's going to get through and on into right. J.J. Bleday brings it back into the infield, but not a good start here to this second inning for Trevor Rogers, who really wants to respond with, the offense providing him with some support with a clean inning. But now here's Alex Dickerson up. And the first pitch to Dickerson is a swing and a drive into deep left center field, right where Acuna hit his. That ball is gone! Alex Dickerson with only his 4th of the year, and Atlanta 3-run jack will put them ahead 4-2 in the second inning. So the offenses have come up to play here in this game apparently, as already 4-2 here and nobody out in this second inning, and Alex Dickerson only 406 on the distance there, so shorter than Acuna's home run, but in a very similar spot to where he hit his. And now it's Adam Duvall as that pitch misses upstairs for ball 3. Adam Duvall only batting 215 on the season here. The 3-1, and that one is ball 4 inside. So the second walk of the inning here by Trevor Rogers, who has just struggled so far in his first couple of innings. He does get a strikeout there of Orlando Arcia, his second of the game. That's a big out number 1 finally in this second inning. As a 3-pitch strikeout, starting out with 2 fastballs, and then went to the changeup there. As now there's a line drive, and that ball is going to get down, and that ball is going to go all the way to the wall here in the gap. Runner from first is going to come around third, and he's going to score as the throw is out in front of the plate. And another run for Atlanta. They go up 5-2. A double by Hernan Perez. I believe that was his first one of the season there, it said, as now Dansby Swanson is going to hit a ground ball that gets through the hole and into the outfield. And J.J. Bleday will make the stop, but that's a base hit, first and third. And still only 1 man out in this inning. Now for Ronald Acuna, who hit a home run last time up And he's going to get another RBI here. That's a grounder through the middle. And it is a 6 runs. It's 6 runs now for Atlanta. And a 5-run inning here in the second. They are up 6-2 now. 2 down for Matt Olson to come up again. And already his second at bat tonight. As there's a grounder over to Joey Wendell. Picks it up and then makes the throw to first base. Good pick by Bradley at first. But man, that was a rough second inning right there by Trevor Rogers. 6 runs, 6 hits for Atlanta. Big home run and a couple of other extra base knocks. Gives Atlanta a 4-run lead as we go to the third. Here's now Jazz Chisholm up again. 1-0 to Chisholm is a swing and a line drive way back into right field, and that ball is gone. No doubter for Jazz Chisholm. His 14th of the season, and Miami cuts the lead at half. Here it is 3-6. Man, and only this third inning in this ball game here. And Jazz Chisholm kind of struggling offensively this season. Definitely not really where we want him to be with the bat, but that was one of his better swings of the year right there. As he just took that pitch and absolutely crushed it. Laying the bat down there. 422 on the distance and a 109 exit velo there on that pitch. So now with 2 on in the inning, here's J.J. Bleday. And Bleday is going to keep the inning going with a drive into the outfield here. That one's going to bounce off the wall, and J.J. Bleday will stroll into second base with a double. So the third inning will continue. Bleday's 4th of the year. As now here's Bobby Bradley. Batting .253 on the season here. And Bradley's going to stroke this ball into right field. And that one's going to get out in a hurry. It's a 2-run home run by Bobby Bradley. His 6th of the season. And it is a 1-run game just like that. 5-6 here in the third inning. Wow. How about the offense here by both of these teams today? Another perfect swing timing swing right now from the Marlins offense. 406 on the distance there, just getting out. And now Corey Lee is going to fly a ball into the outfield here, and that should end this third inning, and it does, at the top of it at least. But man, a couple of bombs in the inning by Miami. The first one by Jazz Chisholm. And then a 2-run shot from Bobby Bradley. 1-run game. As we go to the middle of the third, it is already 6-5 Atlanta. So Rogers will try and get at least 3 innings under his belt here. There's a four-seamer that is there for strike 3. And, I mean, running down to first base was Alex Dickerson. Didn't think that one caught the corner, but it did. And Rogers with 4 strikeouts now. 2 down in the inning for Orlando Arcia. Struck out his first time up, and he takes that fastball there for strike 2. As a pitch from getting out of it here is Rogers. The 0-2 here to Arcia is swung on and missed. Fastball way up in the zone. And Arcia is fooled by that fastball there. As Rogers does get through the third inning cleanly here in this one. So we're going to go to the 4th inning, and it is a 5-6 game still. As now here's Jesus Sanchez, and he's going to swing and miss there. And a low fastball. Good pitch by Ian Anderson right there. And it's his second strikeout of the day. And I think Sanchez was just late on that pitch right there. But a good pitch by Anderson. So now 2 down in the inning for Jazz Chisholm. And Chisholm's going to line it in the outfield here. And it's caught by the right fielder. So good play there by right fielder, having to back up on that one. And that's a clean inning there for Atlanta. Now we go bottom 4. Here's Dansby Swanson at the plate. And Swanson's going to have a line drive into left field. And that ball is gone. Line drive home run by Dansby Swanson. It's his 23rd of the season. And it is a 2-run lead now for Atlanta, 7-5. So another home run given up by Rogers in this one. I think his third given up already in this game tonight so far. And that one, a liner that got out in a hurry. And that will be the end of the night for Trevor Rogers, who, really struggled in this game for sure. Never was able to settle in and gives up 7 runs in this ball game. And now here comes Jordan Holloway, and we just called him up with the September call-up period. 13 games and 36 innings last year, and had a 4 ERA with a 1.36 WHIP. So, a decent season by him. He did have 26 walks, so that was a little bit high for him. But there's a beautiful play by Bobby Bradley right there at first base. Man, nice stop to get the out. As we're going to take a look at this play again here. And, wow, nice play. Bradley, he's better known for his bat. And an amazing defensive first baseman. But that was a really good play right there. And there's a swing and a miss and a strikeout here of Austin Riley. So, good outing there by Jordan Holloway in his first appearance of the year for the Marlins. But a home run by Dansby Swanson for Atlanta makes it a 2-run lead. 5-7. We go to the 5th inning, and there's a fastball. Strike 3 called on J.J. Bleday to end the top of the 5th inning. So that was a good pitch right there by Anderson. And now we go bottom 5. Holloway still pitching here. 2-2 to Matt Olson. Is a swing and a miss with a fastball there inside. Great location by Jordan Holloway. And now here's Alex Dickerson. 1-2 pitch to him is a ground ball over to Chisholm. And there's going to be the play made. And there's finally a 0 put up here by the Marlins pitching staff. I think that might be the first 0 of the game for the Marlins in this one. But Jordan Holloway comes in and, gives up, goes an inning and 2/3 and does really well from out of the bullpen in his first start of the season here. As there's Charlie Morton coming out of the pen, 93 innings this year and a 3.94 ERA. As he will pitch here in the 6th. And now here's Bobby Bradley. Remind of what he did back in that 3rd inning, that line drive home run. That at the time made it a 1-run ball game. And so now there's a 1-1 to him. And it's a ground ball, and that one's going to get down, and it's going to go all the way to the wall. And the shift there put on by Atlanta is going to cost him another extra base, as that'll be a double for Bobby Bradley. His 3rd double of the season. And now here's Corey Lee. As that is a ball that misses outside, apparently. It looked to be in the strike zone for me there, but 0-2 in the game for Corey Lee so far. As there's a swing, and there's a ball driven into the outfield, and that is down for a base hit. And Bradley will hold at 3rd. So 1st and 3rd, nobody out. Brilliant opportunity for some runs. Jacob Stallings is going to swing and miss early, I believe, on that off-speed pitch, and that's a big strikeout from Charlie Morton right there. As we get one more look at it, and just a little bit early on it looked like, as now, actually, they're going to bring in a new pitcher here for Atlanta, Tyler Matzik, and I don't really know why they're bringing in Matzik. He's had worse numbers than the previous guy that they just had in the game, but a 4.98 ERA for Matzik this season, and he's going to drill Joey Wendell here in the back with that pitch, and now the bases are loaded for Jesus Sanchez, who is 0 for 2 in this game. Big opportunity here, as there's a ground ball, but it's right to the first baseman. Olsen is second for 1, back to first, and it is a double play. Man, heart-wrenching double play right there, and the Marlins waste a big bases-loaded opportunity here in the 6th inning, as they will not score, and it remains a 7-5 lead. So here's Tanner Scott. 30 innings this season, a 2.10 ERA. Look at those averages against at 210 and 234. He has been excellent out of the bullpen as our lefty specialist this year. As here's Adam Duvall, and Duvall's going to swing and foul that sinker right down the middle off for strike 2. As here's now a 2-2 pitch. It's a swing and a miss on a 4-seamer high in the zone. Great pitch by Scott there. As we get a look at this at bat on StatCast here. A 4-seamer and then a slider. Another 4-seamer, that was a ball, and then got the strike on the sinker there, and then the fastball finishes it off high and inside. So now Orlando Arcia, he's going to swing and miss again. I believe that's his 3rd strikeout of the day already for him. And now here is Armand Perez, and he is going to swing and miss at a slider. So a strikeout of the side by Tanner Scott. Man, what an inning that was right there. And the scoring has slowed down a little bit here in this game recently, as we're going to go into the 7th inning now. Still remains a 5-7 game. There's now Colin McHugh. 49 games, 56 innings for him this year, and a 3.54 ERA. Only 18 walks this season, and average against lefties is sitting at 286, though. And so now, back up to the plate is Jazz Chisholm, of course, looking back on that 3rd inning home run that he had, the no-doubter. Again, and I mean, just a ball absolutely crushed. So now let's see what he does in this at-bat here. 0-1 to him is there. A cutter on the outside part of the plate there for strike 2. And so McHugh gets ahead here, 0-2. And now here comes to Chisholm. It's a swing and a miss. Slider way inside. And that was a pretty bad-looking swing right there from Chisholm. As here's now Jorge Soler. 2 for 3 in this game with a double, a single, and an RBI. Batting .263 on the season after, well, right now here today. As it 0-1 is a line drive, and that ball is down, and that ball is going to go to the wall. And going into second base, his 2nd double of the night, is Jorge Soler. His 17th of the season. And now, man, in scoring position, and they're going to bring out another reliever here. Will Smith comes out of the bullpen. Only 16.2 innings, and he's been ridiculous in those 16.2 innings and 1.08 ERA. And, I mean, man, a lot of pitching changes here from Atlanta in this ball game. But here now is J.J. Bleday. 1 for 3 with a double in this game so far. A 1-2 to him is a swing and a drive into right field. Back is the right fielder. At the wall! That ball is gone! J.J. Bleday, his 4th homer this year, ties the game. It is 7-7 here in the 7th inning. And Miami down 2-6 at one point in this game. They've come all the way back tonight. A 7-7 tie. 374 on the distance, and what a moment for the young rookie J.J. Bleday right there. That was a monster swing. Corey Lee gets hit on that pitch, the 2nd hit batter of the game already. And now 2 men on and 2 men out. Jacob Stallings is going to ground it over to 3rd base. A nice stop by the 3rd baseman to end the 7th inning. But J.J. Bleday have himself a huge home run right here. 14 hits already for the Marlins in 7 innings. And we are knotted at 7 apiece in this game. As out comes Anthony Bender out of the bullpen. 24.1 innings, so kind of a smaller sample for him. A 2.59 ERA. He's been pretty good in 24 innings this season so far. There's a swing and a miss. And, I mean, that pitch to Stanzi was basically right down the middle. So kind of got away with one there. But now here comes Ronald Acuna Jr. 2 for 3 with a homer, a single, and a couple of RBIs tonight. As here's the first pitch from Bender here to Acuna. And Acuna drills another one here deep into right center field. Sanchez is at the wall. And that ball is into the bullpen and gone. Acuna with his second of the day. Number 40 on the season. And the Braves take the lead back again. Here they're up 7-8. And, I mean, it's just so hard to pitch against Ronald Acuna Jr. He is simply the best hitter in the game right now. And that slider caught way too much of the plate there on the outside part at 409 on the distance. Man, he's got 40 homers already. We're just starting the last month of the season. That is insane how good he's been this year. And then there's a swing and a drive as that ball is gone. Austin Riley takes it out of the ballpark. His 25th of the year. That one was crushed. And so Acuna and Riley go back-to-back. And it's now a 9-7 lead for Atlanta. As another mistaken location right there by Anthony Bender. And, I mean, man, Austin Riley made him pay with that swing. Take another look at it here. Yeah, raise it right down the middle, basically. And he knew it right away. As, look at where this one went. 445 feet on the distance. Way out into left center field. So, that'll be the end of the night for Cole Sosa. We're going to bring in Anthony Bass here. And in 66 innings, he's got a 1.90 ERA, a 2.21 average against righties, and a 2.12 average against lefties. He has been really good. One of our better guys out of our bullpen this season. 2 men on already here again for Adam Duvall. Can we finally get out of this 7th inning here? As it's a fly ball, and J.J. Bleday is there underneath it and makes the play to end the 7th. So, man, 2 home runs in that 7th inning by Atlanta. Acuna and then Austin Riley. And so the Marlins are behind again as we go to the 8th and a 7-9 lead. Your attention, please. Crazy game here in this one. And here's Kirby Yates coming out of the bullpen, and he's been really good in 32 innings this season. A 2.81 ERA, only 8 walks all year that he's allowed. And 13 saves and 16 opportunities, although this is not a save opportunity yet. But we're in the 8th inning here, and here's Jazz Chisholm, a 3-for-4 night for him today. And he's going to add on to that, maybe. There's a drive into the outfield, and that will get down and bounce off the wall. So another extra base knock for Jazz Chisholm, his 27th double of the year. That's one thing that he's doing pretty well, is getting extra base hits with the doubles. But there's a drive by Soler, and in to score comes Chisholm. Huge base hit by Jorge Soler. That's his 2nd RBI tonight, and his 4th hit, I believe, of this ball game. Or at least his 3rd. He's got a couple of doubles already today, but that was a massive base hit right there. And it's a 1-run ball game here in the 8th. So now here's John Birdie, a pinch runner here coming in for Soler, and we all know what's going to happen with him here. He's going to take off, and the play not going to be made by the catcher. The ball dropped by Travis D'Arnaud, and 17th stolen base of the year for John Birdie. I mean, that's what he's good at. He's got 96 speed and 99 stealing. So, you know, that's the... I mean, everybody in the ballpark knew we were going to do that. There's a fly ball deep into the outfield. On the track, the play is made by Acuna. Man, that one very close to, you know, bouncing off the wall or something. But that is going to be the end of the 8th inning. Marlins get a run closer, though. And we'll go to the bottom of the 8th. Really need a close and a shutdown inning from Anthony Bass right here. As there's Orlando Arcia. And he is going to swing and miss at a slider. That's his 4th strikeout of the game, actually. So the golden sombrero for Arcia tonight. And he's the only guy, really, in this lineup that hasn't gotten a hit, I think, for Atlanta, but has really struggled in this ball game. So now here's Hernan Perez, 1-for-4. The RBI double today, and there's a swing and a miss on a high fastball. So Anthony Bass, a couple of big strikeouts. And now we're going to bring in Richard Blair here And, I mean, he's been ridiculously good in 39 innings. 26 holes this year, 41 innings pitched, a 187 average, and a 196 average against with an ERA, under 2. He has been so good this season as there's a grounder and stepping on first base there for the out is Bradley, and that will send us to the 9th. So Miami down a run here in this crazy game. Let's set up for a really good finish tonight. And so here's A.J. Minter, 33 saves and 39 opportunities, a 3.02 ERA, 50 strikeouts to 13 walks. I mean, the average against righties is, at 290, so maybe have a chance to do something against him in this inning. But here's a look back at this home run by Godet, which at the time made it a 7-7 ball game here. It is now 8-9. As Godet 2 for 4, then a home run and a double, and there's a ball right back up the middle for a base hit. So Godet will get his 3rd hit of the night. And now a man on. That is the tying run on base here in the 9th for Miami. Beautiful swing there on a circle change down low. And now is Bobby Bradley, 3 for 3 tonight with a big-time home run earlier. Here comes the first pitch. Is a swing and a drive into right field. Back is Acuna, and that ball is gone! Bobby Bradley, oh man, his 2nd of the game. What a huge home run. The Marlins take the lead here in the 9th. It's 10-9. Wow, Bobby Bradley completes that comeback here for the Marlins. It's their first lead of the night since they're up 2-1 back in the 2nd inning. Wow, down by 4 at one point in this game, and they now have a 10-9 lead. 4:02 on the distance there with that swing. Wow, what a swing by Bobby Bradley. There's a swing and a miss of Corey Lee, but that might be the defining moments for Bobby Bradley in his season here since we have called him up. I mean, he's been with the team for a couple of months now, and he has just been an excellent hitter for us, an excellent power option. As here's Darren O'Day coming out of the bullpen for the Braves, and man, he's been really good in 57 innings, a 1.58 ERA this season, and only a 1.74 average against with righties this year. So here's Jacob Stallings, and he is going to take a fastball there, high for strike 3. That's another strikeout here. That's the 2nd of the game for Stallings. And Joey Votto's going to fly it into center field, and that play is made to end the 9th. But we're in the top of the 9th. But Bobby Bradley, how about this swing right here? Monster home run to make it 10-9. And the Marlins will try to hold on and get a really ridiculous win right here in the last game of the season against Atlanta. Here is Dylan Floro, 36 saves and 43 opportunities for him, a 2.25 ERA, and 36 strikeouts to 8 walks. So looking for that 37th save of the year. And here is Ronald Acuna Jr. 3 for 4 tonight. 2 home runs. He's going to add on to that right here. That's a drive that falls in for a base hit and extra bases. Actually, his 3rd extra base hit of the night for Acuna. He just cannot get this guy out. 29 doubles on the year for him. And now here's Austin Riley, who takes a fastball for strike 1. And Austin Riley, of course, hit a big solo homer his last time up back in the 7th inning. Here's the winning run at the plate right now. 0-2 to Floro. Here's a swing and a drive in his center field. Sanchez is back. He's at the wall. And that ball is gone. Austin Riley, number 26 on the year, his 2nd of the day. And the Braves walk it off. 11-10. Man, what a game. The best game of the season here. And unfortunately, the Marlins are not going to come out on top of the win in this one. Wow. Austin Riley coming up clutch with a big-time homer. And the stars of the show on this Marlins team played today. A 4-hit night for Ronald Acuna. A 2-homer night for Austin Riley. And, I mean, man, what a great offensive performance for the Marlins in this one. They got 18 hits tonight, but they will fall 11-10. So the Braves finished with 13 hits. Darren O'Day gets his 7th win of the season out of the bullpen, and Dylan Floro blows his, I believe, his 8th save of the year and his 2nd loss this season. And, I mean, man, it was a crazy game from the start. A lot of homers here tonight by both teams. And, I mean, just unfortunate that the Marlins could not pull this one out. You know, down 6-2. And they came all the way back in this game, took the lead in the 9th. But they just could not get 3 outs there at the end of it. And there's a look again at that final swing by Riley. And, I mean, notable players, you got Bobby Bradley for the Marlins here. He was 4 for 4 in this game with 2 home runs and 4 RBIs. JJ Leday was 3 for 5 with a couple of RBIs. Josh Chisholm was 3 for 5 with a home run. Jorge Soler was 4 for 5 as well with 2 ribbies. Ronald Acuna Jr. 4 for 5, 3 RBIs. Riley 2 for 5 with, you know, a couple of home runs in this ball game. And, I mean, on the pitching side of it, you got Taylor Rogers, who didn't really pitch very well in this one. 3.1 innings, 8 hits, 7 runs scored. And, I mean, that ERA jumped back up to 4.2. And, I mean, the bullpen, besides Anthony Bender and Dylan Floro, was really good in this one for the Marlins. But, you know, we also got an RBI from Swanson. He also had a home run today. Corey Dickerson had a 3-run home run as well, and Perez also had an RBI double. Brian Anderson, 5 innings, 9 hits, 5 earned runs, and, you know, a couple of walks. And, I mean, they used a lot of bullpen pieces in this game. Atlanta did, at least, as you see what those bullpen guys did there for Atlanta. And so that's going to be the end of that series and the finale against Atlanta this year. That's the last time we'll play them in the regular season, at least. So to lose that series to them here, I mean, that was probably the game of the year. That was an amazing game between the Marlins and the Braves there. Really, really good. So we're going to get back on the win train here, as there's a big win against Philadelphia here, 7-4. As you see, 6 RBIs there, it looked like, from Jorge Soler, who is nearing 100 ribbies on the season overall. Sixto Sanchez got his 9th win of the year, 6 innings, 7 hits, and 4 runs allowed. And then the bullpen came in and really did their job. Dylan Floro gets his 37th save of the season here. And then we sim this one in a critical situation to maybe potentially hop into, but we will not hop into this critical situation here. We're just going to simulate this game. And the Phillies defeat the Marlins 4-3. Looked like a walk-off happened here in that one. And, yeah, a walk-off happened in the 11th. In that one, a 4-3 finish. An RBI by Wendell, Leday, and Bradley. As, you know, you see what Philadelphia's offense did as well. Luzardo, 5 innings, 8 hits, which is a lot, but 3 runs. I mean, not an awful start for him. Hernandez went 5 innings, didn't give up a run. He gave up 7 hits, though. But the loss goes to Jordan Holloway. And, you know, it was only his 2nd appearance out of the bullpen for us this season. As we go back to the calendar, and there's a simulation there, and we lose this one here. So we lose this series against Philadelphia. And, you know, only 11 games above 500 now. Josh Chisholm had a home run. Corey Lee had a couple of ribbies in that one. A home run by Roman Quinn for Philadelphia. And, I mean, Lopez, yeah, he got the loss in this one. 5.2 innings, 7 hits, 5 runs, 2 walks, 3 strikeouts. I mean, he had a rough 6th inning there, it looked like. So, I mean, a couple of losses in a row here in Miami. I mean, this is not the month to be losing to these divisional opponents here, as now they're facing New York. And New York, I mean, we're looking at the division race, and it looks pretty much, I mean, not eliminated from the division race right now, but it doesn't look very good for us as Atlanta continues to win. They're now 8-2 in their last game. in their last 3 games, but now actually we're behind a game to the Padres here, who are 77 and 64. They're on a 3-game win streak. They're 8-2 in their last 10 games. Meanwhile, the Marlins are 4 and 6. So we gotta start winning here in this important part of the month. As I mean, we're just gonna look at what the Padres have done this month, and they've only had 1 loss in the entire month of September so far. A loss to the Dodgers, and their August was pretty good. I don't think it was as good as our August was really good, but they've had a good month here, and they are really going at it at September. So they're not slowing down. They want to make the postseason just as badly as we do. So you definitely need to keep that in mind. And we simulate this first game, and some bad injury news actually here is Joey Wendell sustaining a big injury, a torn finger ligament, and he's going to be out for 2 to 3 months. So he's going to be gone for the rest of the season and the playoffs, actually. So that is unfortunate. We lose this game against New York, and I mean, that's just a big blow to the Marlins offense here. He's going to be out for the rest of the year, and so we're not going to have him for the playoffs even. And the offense for Miami did not show up in this game at all. Sandy Alcantara pitched 8 shutout innings in this one and 3 hits. A lot. I mean, Sandy Alcantara has just been a beast this month for us, and when the offense just did not back him up at all in that bowl game. So we're going to have to kind of change these lineups up here after that injury to Wendell, and he was the leadoff man for us. And so, who do we put in there for a player that can play shortstop? We need a shortstop now after that injury. And, I mean, Brian Anderson cannot play short. Miguel Rojas can, and John Birdie can as well. And, both of these players not doing super well this season. Miguel Rojas only batting .221. John Birdie's only batting .219 with 6 homers and 20 RBIs. But, I mean, I like his speed. I think that is where, the value in him really lies. He's had 17 stolen bases on the season. So we are going to put John Birdie here in this spot. So John Birdie is going to be in the lineup now every day for the rest of the season and for the playoffs, potentially, if the Marlins make it there. So, I mean, looking at these stats again there, I mean, a great season by Bobby Bradley right now. He's batting .275 at the moment. But then when he come back and we do win this second game of the series against New York here, 4-2. That's a big win for us to kind of get off the snide a little bit in what has been kind of a tough month for the Marlins here. And Rogers got the win. He kind of bounced back in a good performance, 6.2 innings, 5 hits and 2 runs, 4 and 4 strikeouts. And then the bullpen, perfect for Miami there, doesn't give up a run. So can we win our first series of the month here in September? Let's see. As we do not, we fall in this last game of the series to New York. And, I mean, only 10 games above 500 again here as a 5-1 win for New York. And, I mean, no really run support at all. Bobby Bradley looked like got a home run, another one for him this season. I mean, Jacob deGrom, yeah, he's a good pitcher. We did not do anything against him. But, Sixto Sanchez didn't pitch great in that game. And so now we're going into this series against Philadelphia. Only 10 games above 500 and in a little bit of danger, I would say, in this playoff race. As, I mean, I don't know what the Padres have been doing recently, but we got to win some of these games here, as that is a win for us against Philly here and a 10-9 finish in this one. Now, I'm not sure why they didn't give us a critical situation to jump into here, but 2 runs in the bottom of the 9th and then a wild 10th inning. I mean, Philadelphia got 2 runs and then we got 3. So that was quite a game for Miami there and quite a comeback as a monster win right there. I mean, those are the type of wins you really need at this point in the season. 3 RBIs from Sixto Sanchez. Jazz Chisholm had an RBI as well. 5 RBIs for Garrett Cooper. 2 for 5 in the game. Wow, he had a great game. Bobby Bradley again. Oh, Jason Boudet had a home run. But Garrett Cooper had 2 homers in this one. Man, wow, what a game by him. Jesus Luzardo struggled in this one. Hernandez also gave up some runs, and so did Anthony Bass, actually. But Cole also got the win for us, and Jordan Holloway pitched 3.2 innings and only gave up 1 hit, 3 walks, but no runs. He's now got that ERA down to 1.12 this season so far. That was a good call up for us. But man, we gotta win in this series here, and I think that's kind of where I'm gonna leave this episode off. We are 10 games above 500 right now. We're actually 11 games above 500 right now, and only a half game behind the Mets. And actually, the Braves have now taken the lead in this division, as I mean, they are just going off right now. They're 9-1 in their last 10 games. They have won their last 8 in a row, and we are now tied in the wild card race right now with the Padres. The Giants are 4 games back, so they're not eliminated yet. But basically, we are in that position, and I mean, it's between us and the Padres now at this point in the season. So we got to really step it up and start winning here in these last couple of weeks, 19 days until the postseason begins. And so that'll kind of be the end of the episode here for me. We'll kind of look at some statistics, although we're so close to the season ending that, we'll see some of these stats again. But either way, I mean, we're only going to have one more episode of this franchise before the final game of the season. Actually, so we have 2 more episodes of this season until we get to the playoffs. So keep that in mind here. Jorge Soler is 95 ribbies right now with 35 homers. He has been our best hitter. He's been ridiculous this year. Josh Chisholm with 15 homers and 41 RBIs, only batting .236 though. And I mean, the ratings are wacky because, I changed them before the season started, but I do actually think that his potential has declined. I did not do that. So that is a little unfortunate to see. Jesus Sanchez, he's got 72 RBIs, 27 homers. Joey Wendell, who is now hurt for the rest of the season, there's his stats. Garrett Cooper, batting .263. We'll take that for him. Brian Anderson, 5 home runs for him. Rojas only batting .208. Williams Astudillo batting .250. John Birdie batting .217. Jacob Stallings, I mean, plus 10 to contact versus lefties, which is really good for him. And he's batting .281, only 5 homers and 25 RBIs, though. JJ Bleday, .234 on the average. Really good increases for him right now. 5 homers, 18 RBIs. And 8 homers, 18 RBIs, batting .264 is Bobby Bradley. Really good increases right now, especially in the contact department, which is what we really want to see for him. Corey Lee, no home runs yet, .313 average, 3 RBIs for him so far since being called up a couple of weeks ago. And, he's gotten good increases, and that's about the best that we can ask for him so far. 32 at-bats this season to this point. And, looking at the pitching side of things, Sandy Alcantara is actually leading the team in ERA now, I think. He's just been the hottest pitcher in our starting pitching rotation right now. 2.93 ERA in 190 innings. And actually, he is leading the team in ERA right now. Pablo Lopez, still under a 3 ERA, still 180 innings pitched. Still a great season for him. But then Anthony Bass has been ridiculously good. A 2.08 ERA and a 0.98 whip. Eliezer Hernandez, he's increasing by quite a bit in 149 innings. I'll take that from a long reliever. 4.4 ERA for Trevor Rogers. And he's increasing. Jesus Luzardo, struggling a little bit. Increasing a little bit, but not a great season by him. 1.23 ERA and a .098 whip by Richard Blair. A sub-1 whip for Dylan Floro. And a 2.5 ERA. He's got 38 saves on the season for him and 8 blown saves this year so far. But, he's having a wonderful season as our closing pitcher right now. And then Sixto, a 4.17 ERA, not great. Tanner Scott, a sub-2 ERA here. And some good increases by him this season with a 1.19 whip. Cole Sulser, there. Zach Pop, not bad, not great. Pretty bad, actually, but Jordan Holloway, 1 run so far in 8 innings pitched. We'll take that for sure. He's been good out of that bullpen for us so far. 3 hits, 5 strikeouts already, so we'll take that from him. But that is going to be the end of this episode, guys. We have a few games now against the Phillies, and so we'll see what that series does here for us. But man, only 2 more episodes before this season is over, so come back for more episodes of this Marlins franchise, guys. Thank you, everyone, for watching. Remember to subscribe. Have a great day, everybody, and God bless.